It took way too long to circle back. Why the hell did none of you? You're not even here. That's why. Nobody could point it out. It was just right here. Burgess Ulfsted of Hoffengar agrees to sculpt one life-size statue in the likeness of Lady Aurelia Macnarian, using a provided oil painting of reference and hewn from natural marble provided by the patron Niles Macnarian for the sum of 8,000 septims. The amount of 4,000 septims has been paid in advance, with the rest payable prior to delivery of the work. Okay, what am I supposed to do now? I gotta show it back to this guy. Can I at least go by a fire first, maybe?
I'm itching
Warm
for a
up?
fight.
I'm dying right now. Who's gonna clean this place up? Because I'm not doing it, that's for sure. Fire anywhere? Okay. Right by the creepy mannequins. Yes, don't mind me. And definitely don't touch me on the shoulder, or you might. You might find yourself
I'm itching for a fight.
no longer living, which I don't even know if you really are.
I'm itching for a fight.
Mule, shut your mouth.
I'm itching for a fight.
When did it get so freaking foggy?
What? Did you find anything?
Yeah.
Amazing. To think that this small bit
Can't
of
believe I
parchment has
jumped
been
off that
wedged
thing for
between
no
the rocks,
reason.
dangling from the cliffs out there all this time. Being ravaged by the winds and the rain and the snow year after year, and it still persisted. Perhaps it was the will of Niles Macnarian that preserved it, so we might take action on it. Burgess Ulfsted, is it? Ulfsted, where have I... Ah, that's right. There's a stonecutter by that name living down by Catla's farm. Or Morgraine, if memory serves. I'd take it to him and see what you can find out about what happened to the statue his great-great-grandfather carved.
I'm sure it's just laying in the middle of freaking nowhere. He's got it back in storage. I don't... You know, I've been locked inside that place for I think over a day now, getting shitty sleep and having nightmares about burning corpses and everybody being dead.
Hey, wanna play
I'm
tag?
also hungry and thirsty, so maybe he can wait. Yeah, he can wait.
I'll take a bite of spiced blood if you're interested, traveler.
Who are you talking to, man?
You know you can afford a septim or two.
It's not really the right way to ask, that's for sure.
Welcome. Let me know if you want anything. Think I got a clean mug around here somewhere. Welcome to the Winking Skeever, friend.
I'd like to rent a room.
Sure thing. It's yours for a day. I'll show
Do I even have food? I've got goat cheese.
to your room.
If you need a
Disgusting.
good rumor or two, I think I can oblige.
Take a look.
I don't want a baked potato. Beef. And... Nope. I just want
Need
cooked
anything,
beef.
you
That
just say the
sounds
word.
great.
Seems there's always more to be done.
This looks cool. Why do you always feel the need to show me? I know where it is. How do I? You want to leave now? Hello? Leave?
Traitors, civil wars, dragons. Huh. Those troubles don't cross my... Let me know if there's anything else you need.
I'm glad he got the idea. Fuck off.
Bring up some more mead, my boy. This cask's nearly tapped.
You guys
Yes,
ever
Father,
sleep?
which cask should we open?
Any of them, just hurry up.
Who are you?
Time
I
for
don't
it to
care.
wait when customers are thirsty.
Mind yourself and I say, friend. This
Maybe
here
you
axe
ought to
of
be in
Solstheim
charge.
is a right
Yes,
terrible
fine,
sight.
just hurry. Mustn't keep the customers thirsty.
Somebody talking shit?
Hello, I'm Gisley.
Don't care, Gizzly. I don't care.
I'm itching for a fight.
Now, if memory serves, Catless Farm is just by the stables, I think.
I'm itching for a fight.
Maybe the mill. It's all the same general area.
I really miss traveling like this. Walking the breadth of Skyrim has always filled my heart with excitement.
Oh yeah? Sure, Inigo wants to fill you with something. I mean, exciting. I mean, is this the farm?
Can I help you with something?
Yeah, wipe that smile off your face, scumbag. You know anything about this contract?
Contract? What's this? Oh dear, this is my great-great-grandfather's name. He was a sculptor and a stonecutter by trade. Passed down through the family to me as well. So after 3 generations, are you finally here to make good on this and collect the statue?
You have it?
Well, yes. It's been gathering dust in our cellar for ages. None of us had the heart to sell it since great-great-grandfather apparently didn't feel right about selling it because it was half paid for already.
Great.
Absolutely. I'll get some hands and we'll cart it on up there by tomorrow.
I once worked on a farm. Good times.
Fucking
Many
$4
pleasant
grand.
smells. And
4,000 for that.
chickens.
4,000. 4,000. Check back tomorrow. Tomorrow? I just went to bed. I don't want to wait. No. Oh my gosh. I'll check back in 3 months. How does that sound? Huh. What exactly can I do, though? I mean, Thieves Guild's begging for me to come back, it looks like. Why does it feel like I have nothing to do? journal got going on. Alright, fine. Let's go to wherever the freaking dock will take us. I don't know. I could go to Morthal and then Windhelm, or I could go to Riften from Morthal, the carriage. Oh, this is so annoying. I just freaking waited all day to do this. If I go all the way to Riften, and I talk to everybody at the Thieves Guild, I wonder what they'll want me to do. I don't know. A boatman.
May not look like much, but my boat can get you there faster than walking.
Where can you take me?
Where are you headed?
Well, maybe I ought to just...
Wanted me to follow in his footsteps as a hunter, but I set my aspirations a bit higher. He never
Maybe I ought to head over to the Solstheim area. I mean, those cultists have been showing up pretty frequently. Go on a little vacation. Get out of Skyrim for a few days maybe, and then I could come back and... let's do it.
Climb on in the boat and get comfortable.
Hello?
If you're looking for passage to Solstheim, too bad. I'm not going back there anymore.
My father wanted me to follow in his footsteps as a hunter, but I set my aspirations a bit higher. He never complained.
Why not?
It's hard to explain. I remember those people with the masks coming on board.
The cultists.
Then, the next thing I remember, I was here, and they were gone. And that's not right, losing whole days like that. There's been something strange going on there for a while. But after this, I'm done. I'm not going back to Solstheim.
Yes, you are. I didn't just take that freaking boat ride for nothing. You're taking me.
Have you been listening to me? I'm not going back there.
I'm not paying you double. I just spent $4 grand, but you owe me because those cultists you brought here tried to kill me.
All right, you have a point. Taking you back to find out who sent them is the least I can do. Besides, maybe you can put a stop to whatever's going on over there. I owe them a bit of payback myself. Well, here we are. This is Raven Rock. Can't say I'm all that glad to see it again. Good luck. Maybe you can figure out what's going on around here.
Not the most conventional way of arriving somewhere, but okay.
I don't recognize you.
Never been a sense.
So I'll
Never
assume
faded my
this is your
suspicion.
first visit to Raven Rock,
Always adventure
Outlander.
on my own.
State your intentions.
Someone tried to kill me. Named Mirak. Do you know him?
Mirak, I'm not sure that I do. Just remember, Raven Rock is sovereign territory of House Redoran. This is Morrowind, not Skyrim. While you're here, you will be expected to abide by our laws. Any questions?
Why are you so suspicious of me?
I have to be. As second counselor, the security of Raven Rock is my primary concern.
So has security been an issue?
This isn't exactly the city of Blacklight. We're on the frontier out here. We've had more than a fair share of troubles. After all we've been through together, I refuse to let Councillor Morvain down.
What do your titles mean?
Councillor Morvain is House Redoran's representative on Solstheim. As second councillor, it's my job to support him and make certain his rule is enforced.
So do you know who he is or not?
I'm unsure. I swear
Okay.
I know the name. I don't think so. I'm not. The name has something to do with the Earthstone, I think, but I'm not sure what.
The Earthstone? What is the city of Blacklight?
Your ignorance of our homeland doesn't surprise me. It's the
I'm not
capital of
from
Morrowind.
there. What do you mean?
Been that way ever since Mournhold was sacked
Shouldn't
by
be
the
surprising.
Argonians. I don't visit there often anymore, but we still get the occasional supply ship and visitors from there.
The Argonians invaded Morrowind?
Quite a while ago, yes. They cut a bloody swath across most of the southern region of Morrowind. Nobody seems certain why it happened. Attempted expansion, revenge for the enslavement of their people, or perhaps both. Whatever the case may be, thousands of Dunmen needlessly lost their lives, and many more were exiled from their homeland. Giolan, I was starting to wonder what happened to you.
We were delayed by bad
That
weather.
kind of looks like an Earthstone, no?
You even asked. Yes, I have the supplies you requested. But
What?
snow would cost me double what we agreed on. Nothing I can do about it.
Damn it, Jolland, you know we don't have that much coin.
Look, the East Empire Company didn't give me a choice. Raised their prices again. And there's nothing I can do about it.
I love
After all these years, they're gouging us for every last drink we have. Let me talk to Laryl. I'll see what we can do.
All right, Admiral. Don't worry about rushing. Just pay me when you can.
Whoa. These are cool lights. And the buildings. Trippy. You know, I never really traveled much. Skyrim, coming to Skyrim was like the only traveling I ever really did in my life. Which is cool. Like, super cool. I don't know what to say. A Nord?
You haven't seen Cretius Corellius, have you? That foolish old man's taken my pickaxe again.
Cretius Corellius? Why all the fuss?
No, this isn't just your run-of-the-mill pickaxe. I'm talking about an ancient Nordic pickaxe. They don't exactly grow on trees, you know.
Can't you just get the guard to find Cretius?
I prefer to handle these things on my own. Look, if you see Cretius, tell him to give me that pickaxe back, and I'll pay you for the trouble.
I guess with my amazing observation skills, I noticed a shadow mark by your door.
Well, It's been a long time since someone from the guilds bothered to make their way out here. So tell me, how's my brother Delvin?
That's your
Still spending
brother?
his nights at the Ragged Flagon trying to win Vex's heart?
Whoa, what? What are the odds? He's well.
Good to hear.
I was literally
Damn
just gonna
lay
go
about
there
never
before
even
coming here.
bothers to send his own flesh and blood a letter saying how he's doing. Can you imagine? Anyway, I suppose you're looking for work. Well, I got bad news. This place is drier than a damn bone.
Nothing at all.
Eager to make some coin, eh? That's the spirit. I'll tell you what. The guild's got a problem out here that I've been trying to deal with for years, but haven't been able to handle.
How can they have a problem out here?
Don't look at me like that. I'm all alone out here, with no one to watch my back. And besides, it's really my problem anyway. I caused it.
What did you do?
A fellow Breton who went by the name Esmond Tyne showed up on my doorstep about a fortnight ago. He noticed the shadow marks like you did, and I thought he was one of us.
Did you say fellow Breton?
Traded my skills for pay. I've always
Did I hear that wrong? He stole something from you?
That he did, right out from under my nose. Can you believe it?
I can.
It's my own formula for improved bone mold. Took me years to perfect.
Where is he now?
Well, before he ran off, he was talking some nonsense about trying to fence goods to the Reeklings at Castle Karstag. I told him he was
Castle
crazy to even
Karstag.
think about talking to those vicious little buggers. But he wouldn't listen. I'd bet a fat purse of coin that he's either dead or hiding out up there.
I'll figure it out, I guess. We'll
You
see.
do that, and I'll make sure you're set up right. You won't be disappointed.
Is that right? What is an ancient Nord pickaxe, by
It's
the way?
the only tool tough enough to crack Stalrim, is what it is.
Stalrim.
Not many of those beauties left in the world. Forging them is a lost art. The one Crescius borrowed came from the Skull village up north. I, traded them some goods for it.
Is that right? What is Stalrim?
Calling Stalrim an ore is like calling my forge a campfire. Some folks say it's enchanted ice, but I think there's more to it than that.
So it's pretty rare then.
I don't think I've come across more than a chunk or two in my lifetime, and smithing's my trade. If you're looking to learn more, you should head over to the Skull village. Someone there's bound to know more about it than I do.
Okay.
You tell Crescius he better give that pickaxe back to me, or else.
So where is Crescius exactly? The retching netch. I'm curious. Do you have any thoughts? You haven't said anything.
No, my mind is a tree without leaves at the moment.
You don't even care? This is crazy. Look where we are. Look what I've brought here, too. Jeez. Who are you?
I'll give you this warning only once. Stay out of my way, and we'll do just fine.
Until next time.
I work for Mogrel. You got a problem, you talk to him.
Teldrin Sero, blade for hire. If you have the coin, I'm at your service. Mafala Clocu.
You seem like a nice guy, but I've got enough company. Trust me, these two are enough to handle.
Welcome to the Retching Netch Corner Club, home of the finest Sujamma that will ever grace your lips.
Sujamma. What the hell is that?
I'm so sorry,
So what's the specialty?
The finest Sujamma to cross your lips, friend. My own personal formula that I call Sadri's Sujamma. In fact, I've just added some new ingredients to the mixture that I think makes it taste better than ever. All I need to do is get the word out that it's ready, and they'll flock here for it.
Okay.
I was kind of
I
hoping
know.
you'd say that. Here, take these samples of the Sujama and spread the word. If you get rid of all of them, there's something extra in it for you.
Well,
if you're looking for a room or perhaps some libations, you've come to the right place.
Yeah, you're in. Unusual.
There's actually
Explain.
a funny story behind the name, friend.
There always is.
A few years ago, I was walking down by the docks, and I noticed a Dunmer staggering along with a bottle of Sujama in hand. He was one of my patrons and liked to drink heavily, so I wasn't exactly surprised.
Doesn't sound unusual.
Ah, but you see, this particular Dunmer was as naked as the day he was born, and singing badly at the top of his lungs. As I'm watching this spectacle, a netch floats over the bulwark towards him. The man looks straight up at the netch, yells, "Have a drink!" and tosses the bottle. And it never hit the ground.
What did it do?
Well, the bottle broke on the netch, and it must have swallowed its contents because it started floating sort of tilted. Finally, it stopped and began to quiver. A few moments later, the foulest liquid to ever assail your nostrils spewed from its maw. I've seen plenty of drunks in me day, and I'll tell you right now, that netch was sick.
Who is smelling me? Now I get it.
True story, friend. True story.
Keep
Watch
the
yourself
retching
out
netch.
there. Looks like an ash storm might be brewing.
Miserable. Just miserable. Oh, I hate this place.
You don't like it here?
Don't like it. I hate it. Every day it's the same thing. We open the shop, we hardly sell a thing, we close the shop and go to sleep. What kind of a life is that?
That sounds terrible. Why not return to Morrowind?
Oh, believe me, I'd be on the first ship off this miserable island if I could. But I'm not sure I could do that to my father. I think it would break his heart. We've already lost my mother. I don't want to leave him alone.
I've seen enough death to last 3 lifetimes.
How'd your mother die?
We lived in a
Pretty similar to
settlement,
me, but, you
perhaps
know.
a league from the border of Black Marsh, the homeland of the Argonians. Even though the Argonian invasion ended a long time ago, there are still a few scale-skinned clans that live within our borders. To put it simply, they attacked our settlement and slaughtered almost everyone. It was horrible.
Sheesh. Perfect time to offer you a drink.
At least my father will let me drink whatever I want without complaining. Tell Geldis I appreciate it. Keep yourself safe. Solstheim's still a dangerous place.
Just some rooms. Really nobody though. It's a super. Quiet in.
Speak to me. He should do it in person.
It's not from your father. It's from Captain Velen.
Ah. Do you want a drink, Teldrin?
The best swordsman in all Morrowind is at your service. For the right price.
Now,
Guess
if
you do
you'll
not.
excuse me.
Where are you?
Welcome to the Retching Netch Corner Club, me lord. If you need anything, Master Geldis will be happy to help you.
You want to try a new drink?
Sorry, Geldis won't allow me to drink while I'm working at the Netch. Safe travel.
Well, here's this. Just kind of spawned with me. You could sell that. You could sell that. Make some money. There you go. Probably more money than you make working for that guy in like 4 or 5 months.
Keep your eyes to the ground.
Spawn,
like to spring up.
It's been dark
I'll
forever.
give you this warning only once. Stay out of my way, and we'll do just fine.
Do you want a drink?
Take that swill and pour it down a well.
It's to talk for someone who was sitting there
For Mokrul. Mokrul doesn't lend coin to
in the inn,
outlanders.
hanging out.
Look
Find my
somewhere else.
pickaxe yet?
No, but I found some mead or whatever you call this stuff.
Perfect.
Sujamma?
I was just thinking about heading over for a drink. Thanks for saving me the trip.
Aye, aye.
You tell Cresius he better give that
I'll
pickaxe
find him.
back to me.
That isn't my problem. I was clear when I loaned Garin the money that I wanted it back by first harvest.
Let's see what I can do. Looking for any potions? Ingredients? Alchemical supplies?
How about a new drink?
I should mix some of this into my next potion. Who knows what would happen?
Alchemist. Where did you learn alchemy skills here?
After we left Morrowind, we found ourselves in Skyrim.
Sound
We
like
wandered
you're
around
from
a bit
Skyrim.
and ended up in Morthal, where we took up temporary residence with Lami, the town's alchemist.
I know who that
I
is.
was fascinated by her work, and over a period of a few years, she taught me quite a bit.
Why'd you leave Morthal?
It wasn't long before we became homesick. We were the only Dunmer in Morthal. When word reached us that a settlement of Dunmer was forming on Solstheim, we were thrilled. It's been difficult, but I'm not regretting it one bit. In fact, I'm glad we've been able to stay and help.
It's really cool. Yeah, how have they needed your help?
As you can imagine, the eruption of the Red Mountain took an awful toll on Solstheim. Hunting for game has been scarce, and the waters are apparently too tainted for fishing. According to Councillor Morvain, my husband's been Raven Rock's most important food source for decades.
Wow.
Yes, I'm proud to say that I grow or harvest most of it myself. I only wish I had a better source for netch jelly. Those creatures are difficult to track down since it's so dangerous beyond the bulwark.
Could try and gather some for you.
That would be splendid. I'd be more than happy to give you something for the effort.
Okie dokie. What do you have for sale?
So you're interested in my potions and ingredients?
A little bit. I actually want to sell to you. Yeah, this is sort of a problem. I gotta manage it. These are actually pretty expensive. I don't want to waste. You've got a lot of gold. Why does my stuff cost so much? That's a weird thing to complain about. Gosh, I can make so much money from this.
Careful with those netches. They may look tame, but they can seriously hurt you when threatened.
Trust me, I at this point just consider everything dangerous. Trayla.
Miserable.
Welcome to Raven Rock, traveler. Could I interest you in any fine ash-grown foods?
Actually, I want to give you a new drink.
Always a pleasure to taste anything Geldis comes up with.
What is ash-grown food?
The Dunmer have been growing food in the Ashlands for thousands of years. It was born out of the necessity to survive in the harsh climate of our homeland. And now, with the constant eruptions of the Red
You
Mountain,
must be the husband.
it's more important than ever.
Is magic involved?
No. Only the Tilvani have the ability to weave living growth from the ash. This
Ooh.
simply takes the
Why
right
the
ingredients, the right tools, and a lot of patience. Next time you're hungry, stop by. I always have plenty of food for sale.
Well, I'm sure I'll be eating
This
this
island's nothing but a pile of
often.
rubble. What's the
Want
point
to
trying
buy
get
anything,
from
or just laugh at our misfortunes?
Oh my gosh. New drink?
Geldis needs to bottle this up and send it to the mainland instead of wasting his time out here. His drinks are outstanding.
Hey, have a little faith in your people, man. In fact, here, I'll try
See
and
for yourself.
give you some stuff that maybe you could sell. You have a lot of gold too. Here you go. Are sales that bad out here?
Bad? What if I told you that you're the first person that's even considered looking at my wares today? I've half a mind to contact my friends at the East Empire Company and see if they need an extra hand in Windhelm.
Dang. You have friends there?
Oh, absolutely. In fact, I've corresponded with Vittoria Vici herself more than once. You know, the lady who runs the East Empire
I know
Company
her.
warehouse in Solitude. The biggest warehouse they have in Skyrim.
Talked to her not too long ago, actually.
Bah, you're just like the rest of the folks around here. Mark my words, the East Empire Company will return to Raven Rock, and when they do, I'll be at the top of their list.
It sounds cool. Like, I don't have a problem. You sell any special mining gear?
Mining gear? No. However, I used to sell East Empire pendants until I ran out of them. Popular little item.
What's that?
It's an amulet that was made exclusively for the East Empire Company. They gave them to their workers as an incentive at one point, a kind of reward for extra effort. They're no longer being made, so they've become a collectible. I'd love to get my hands on a few of them.
Where can you find them?
They could be anywhere on the island. The mines might be a good place to start. If you find any while you're exploring Solstheim, bring them here, and I'll pay you for them.
I'll keep an eye out. What do you sell?
The question you should be asking is, what don't I sell here? Because I have pretty much any supplies you might need. If it's not a weapon, potion, or armor, then it's likely that I have it.
Where do you get them? Well, the East Empire Company?
Jarland, over at the docks, brings me most of my supplies, and the rest comes from bartering with the people in town. Oh,
excuse
Brother
you.
Mallory gets me a few things once in a while. He usually has the most amazing deals that I can't pass up.
Well, you probably don't want to know where that's coming from.
The East Empire pendants are scattered all over, so leave no stone unturned.
Ah, looky here.
Want to buy anything, or just laugh at my misfortunes?
I can drop off shipments.
Miserable. Just miserable.
Always a pleasure to watch when a man like you walks by.
A man like me. Do you want a drink?
Well, tell Geldis that Miri says she really appreciates it.
Flirting with everybody. Okay.
And don't stay away for too long.
My
This
husband
island's
Bendel
nothing
here.
but a pile of
Always
rubble.
nice to speak to someone from the mainland.
Trayla, move. Want a drink?
Sure, got nothing better to do. May your path be free from danger.
People say Skyrim is one of the most dangerous.
I'm hungry.
spaces in Cumbria.
All right.
I think they're wrong. It's magnificent.
Welcome to Raven Rock.
Yeah,
traveler.
yeah, you know me.
Could I
Come on.
My wife and I are doing the best we can. I think so.
Ow.
But I can't remember how I know him.
No.
Or maybe I'm wrong. If you ever need
I
apothecary
just
supplies, talk
need
to my wife.
food, okay? I'm
Just
trying
get
to
some of my
support.
merchandise off the latest supply ship. See if anything strikes your fancy.
What do you mean merchandise off the ship? You cook your own food, I thought. Anything? And this is even not... What do you even grow here? Oh, some stew and some apples.
Next time you're hungry, stop by.
Sit down.
I always have plenty of food for sale.
Guess I could
I
just
hope you enjoy your stay in
eat
Ravenloft.
here and stare at you all. I don't know if I like soup. What the frick is this? Trauma root. East Empire Company.
Damn it, woman. I said to leave me be.
Gracious, last time you explored the mine, you almost fell to your death. I'm not spending the rest of my days as a widow.
And I'm telling you that I'll do whatever it takes to find my great-grandfather's remains. He's down here. I can feel it.
That was almost 2 centuries ago. There may be nothing left to find.
I'm itching for a fight.
Just let me go, woman.
Cretius, you're an obstinate old fool, and you're going to get yourself killed.
Who do I talk to first? I'll talk to
My
you.
apologies for Cretius's ravings.
You want a drink?
Well, that sounds lovely. Thank you.
What are you guys arguing about?
That foolish old man thinks he's 30 years younger than he is. He's going to get himself killed traipsing around the mine.
Why is he exploring the mine?
He's convinced himself that there's some sort of conspiracy involving the East Empire Company and the mine's closure. We came across some old letters that belonged to his great-grandfather in our house, and he believes every word written in them.
Why wouldn't he? What'd they say?
Cretius's great-grandfather worked for the East Empire Company. The letters mention some sort of discovery he was sent to investigate. There's really nothing remarkable in the letters. I don't know what he's so excited about.
Who was his great-grandfather?
Gratian Corellius. He was an explorer for the East Empire Company. They'd send him all over Tamriel when they had difficulties in a mining operation. Poor man. Can you imagine doing all that dangerous work just to end up dying at your own doorstep?
What happened?
There was a horrible accident, and he was killed when one of the tunnels collapsed. They were never even able to go down there and recover the body. The East Empire Company sealed that section off to prevent any more tragedies. Cretius is convinced it's a story cooked up by the company to cover up something else, but I don't know.
You don't agree with Cretius?
My beloved is almost 80 years old, and I think the shock of finding one of his ancestors' things has left his mind...
How old are you? You don't look that young yourself. No offense.
I love him dearly, and I support everything he does. But I can't let him chase this silly idea, or he may end up joining Gratian in a rocky grave.
How'd you meet him?
To understand how we met one another, you have to appreciate what he's going through. Cretius is a third-generation miner. All his life, he's lived and breathed nothing else. By the time Cretius came of age, the ebony mine in Raven Rock was shut down. He took that quite hard.
Why didn't you move somewhere else?
Our home has been in his family for over 200 years. Leaving would have been like abandoning precious memories. Instead, he stayed on Solstheim and spent most of his life prospecting for a new ebony source. Sadly, it never surfaced.
So what are you doing here?
A decade ago, this drove him into a deep depression. He shut himself inside his home and refused to come out. It was after refusing to allow anyone to bring him food, Counselor Morvain ordered his door to be knocked down before Cretius starved to death. I was a temple priest at the time, and they had me use my healing arts to restore strength to his ailing body. I stayed for a while and cared for him, then I suppose we fell in love.
Usually that's like the other way around. So you're a priest?
Far from it. In fact, I'm no longer welcome there.
What?
In all honesty, it came down to a disagreement between what I believe and what Elder Othraloth believes. I'd prefer not to get into the details, but let's just say our opinions about the current status of the Tribunal vary widely. Be careful out there.
Nice to meet you.
Who in the blazes are you? Can't you see I'm busy?
Well, I think I know
Why
what.
should I tell you? I don't even know who you are.
Maybe I can help.
Maybe. Been difficult trusting people lately. They think I'm crazy. But mark my words, these mines hold a secret that could put Raven Rock back on the map.
What sort of secret?
A secret the East Empire Company swept under the rug 2 centuries ago. It killed my great-grandfather and left Raven Rock with a worthless and tainted
She's the one who
mine.
instructed me on my sword fighting techniques. Can you imagine?
I know these things.
Gratian Corellius. He spent his entire life exploring ancient ruins across Tamriel. And he died in these very mines almost 200 years ago.
How'd he die?
The East Empire Company called it a terrible accident, claiming that he was lost in a rockfall. But I know better.
What's your proof?
My wife and I were cleaning out our home, and we came across some of my great-grandfather's things locked in an old chest. I found an unsent letter he'd written to the East Empire Company, and a key.
What'd the letter say?
It describes a discovery that was made in the mine by some of the diggers. They wanted Gratian to take a closer look. The East Empire Company must have felt it was of great value, as they locked that section of the mine off from everyone else.
So the key is to the locked section?
It is. Well, I assume it is. I haven't been able to find the entrance.
I think it does sound suspicious. I don't trust people that watch.
Finally, someone who believes me. I'm telling you, there's something big down there. Something that the East Empire Company wanted to hide from everyone.
Why are you telling me all this?
Look, my wife nags that I'm too old to go traipsing around these mines chasing my story. Time's my enemy. It's caught up with me before I could find the answers that I'm looking for.
So you do need my help.
I do. I want to know what happened to Gratian, and what the East Empire Company is keeping from all of us.
Where can I start?
Gratian kept a journal of notes about his discoveries. If you can find his remains, I'm hoping it will help. Here's everything I have. The letter, the key. Please, do this for me, so I can finally regain the respect that I've lost.
Okay. Want a new drink?
He's begging for patrons again, eh? Well, I suppose I could have just a bit.
So, besides all this, Glover wants his pickaxe back.
The damn fool doesn't even deserve to have it. The pickaxe was made for mining, not selling. I'll bet he stole it from the Skull in the first place.
It doesn't belong to you either, though.
Oh, very well. Here, tell him I hope he drops the thing on his foot.
It's alright. You'll be happier
careful down there.
once I figure this all out.
Treacherous.
If I can figure it all out without dying. So this mine is abandoned then.
You should have
right?
seen me at
'Cause
the height of my adventuring career.
there's nothing here.
Fearless, took too many risks. But that's what it was all about.
Holy shit! That scared me! Oh gosh, I can't run! It's a spider in a go, your favorite. Man. I tried to tell you. In a go. In a go. Have fun. Oh, I just love a challenge. Booyah. Oh, a pendant. And the key. Already I can say this is more than... what the East Empire Company was probably saying was here. Well, apparently I hit everything. Please avoid the trap, guys. I like the rest when you mess with the best. Damn straight.
There's one thing I'm certain of. It's that Draugr burned like tinder. We should take that to our advantage.
Ambush. Not good. Whoa, really not good. That's not right. Kinda stuck. I think it's getting kind of bad with the fact that I can't avoid hitting you guys no matter what I do. Still, we're killing everything. Another. This. Just right there? No? Oh my gosh. There we are. Whoa. I need to check that out. Holy crap. This is sick. Who can carry this?
Something troubling you?
Can you carry
Something
this?
on your mind? What is yours is mine.
Nah. Take that.
Let us proceed.
Get rid of this freaking bow. Okay. Okay, that's pretty good. Do really enjoy maces, but I'm willing to see. That's really cool. That's also really cool. I have so many options, it's hard. Everything has good sideways. I was kind of just hoping there's something I couldn't hit my friends with, but it looks like no matter what I would. That sounds super strong. Okay, do I want to crush people? Do I want to sever people? Do I want to impale people? Now, I did use Chrysamere for a long time. I liked Chrysamere. I don't know. The Greatsword sounds like it suits me. Then a maul. Not many people can wield something like that, and I can. But I'm not a bitch. I think I want to go with a maul. So I'm gonna go with this, and then this. And I'll start going up this tree because I really want that. Alright. We're killing some tough people. People. Not really people, but... Why did you change gear? You look dead. Okay. I don't know why I'm avoiding this. This looks like freaking Skyrim. Let's find out. Okay, so I just got, what, like the rarest ore on the planet?
My mother was a strong woman.
I'll take that to Glover.
The one who instructed
See what I
me
can
on
do
my
with it.
sword
Ooh, nuts
fighting.
jelly.
Can you imagine?
Who was the alchemist down here? Okay. Not cool. Whoa. Know how to get close to that guy. Oh! That has not happened to me in a while. Got him. Nice and a go. Oh, jeez. That did not feel good whatsoever. Another freaking chest, man. Now usually there's two, right? For ice spike, man, come on. I am an actual frost mage. That is shitty.
We could use that to our advantage.
Well, I don't use fire, man. I could, but I won't. I like frost, okay? I think it's cool. Yeah. Thank you, that hurt. Ah. Where do I go? There's no way. Ah. On to your discovery. He was right. That's for sure. Nillis. Gratian Corellius. Blood Skull Blade. Reduces energy blast. Deals 30 damage. Cool. Oh my gosh. This is a hell of a read. Alright, buckle in. Is there anywhere I can sit down? I've got some reading to do.